Are you singing through your nose too much? How can you tell if you're singing through the nose at all? I'm Matthew Johnson, owner of Elite Singer, and with this video, I want to break down something that singers and voice teachers misunderstand about nasal resonance and singing through the nose. Now, a lot of times I hear singers all the time say, my voice is too nasal. It's singing through the nose. It sounds gross. I don't like the sound of my own voice. And when we think of a nasal sound, we tend to think of a sound that is very bright, almost like a SpongeBob type of quality. Hats. You could think of it as a very forward sound. It's very in your face. But what if I told you that the sound I just made, that really bright, gross, bratty sound, doesn't have anything to do with the nose at all? The reason why this is so important is so many singers sing with too bright of a sound, and everybody tells them you gotta get your voice out of your nose, you gotta lift your soft palate. But if the soft palate and the nose have nothing to do with creating this sound, it's just a tip that's not going to help you. You're going to be stuck with your bright sound. You're going to add tension by trying to get your sound out of your nose and lift that soft palate like crazy. And you're going to feel frustrated because you're stuck in one place. What everybody is telling you to do isn't working for you. So let's break down what's actually creating that sound and how to tell if you're actually singing through the nose. When you're creating a bright sound like that, ha, there are two things that's happening. Your larynx is lifting up. That larynx is the bigger bump in your neck. Ha, that's lifting up on you. And you're adding twang into your sound. Twang is a tightness or a constriction right at the back of the throat. A really good way to feel if you're creating this twang is by saying the vowel ah. Now say the vowel ah. And go back and forth between the two. I'll say this with you. Ah, ah, ah. Ah. You're going to feel as you go to that brighter ah vowel that the back of the throat is starting to constrict on you. And that closed tubing of your vocal tract is going to lead to a very bright sound. So when you think of that SpongeBob sound, we're going to change this from thinking of this as a nasally sound or too much singing through the nose, because the nose doesn't have anything to do with it. We're going to think of this as an overly bright and tight type of sound. Now, if you're worried about it, let's say you're thinking, no, I am convinced that I'm still singing through my nose. Maybe my larynx is too high. Maybe I'm tightening up too much, but I know that I'm singing through my nose. There's a very easy way to tell. If you take your fingers and place them right on your nostrils, we're not going to press in at all, but gently place the fingers right on the nose and hum. Go ahead, give that a try. I'll say that with you. You're going to get this buzzing in the nose. When you have buzz, that means that you're singing through the nose. The soft palate is lowered, and then you have air going through your nose, creating sound. So we can change that. If you say that on a vowel, and you feel a buzz, that means, once again, you have sound going through your nose. If you do not have buzz, ha, that means that soft palate is lifted, your nose is blocked off, and all of your sound is going through your mouth. So if you want a very simple way to check if you're unsure, go for this test. It's going to help you out a lot. Now, in general, when we create pure vowels, if we just say ah, e, o, u, place fingers on your nose, say that with me, ah, e, o, u, chances are we do not have any buzz. When we use pure vowels, that soft palate is lifted, and we just have a nice pure vowel overall. When we start to blend that feeling in with a hummy type of quality, I'm going to demonstrate for you. I'm going from lifted soft palate to lowered soft palate. You can hear the change, that my sound gets closer toward a hummy quality than this pure vowel that I started with. And that's the action of the soft palate working on you. So if you have that buzzy, hummy type of sound, that might mean that you need to get rid of some of your nasal resonance. And if you need to, going back to that pure vowel is going to help you out a ton. To boil this all together, I'm going to create a bunch of different sounds for you. I'm going to use this overly bright sound. I'm going to go to a nasal sound and show you that they are two separate ideas. So ready? Here is just my pure ah vowel. Ha. I'm going to add twang first. Ha. Now I'm going to add nasal resonance. Ha. You can hear how different those sounds are. Now that we know that brightness is different than nasal resonance that we talked about, one really good way to fix it is to pretend to yawn. We know that twang is created by tightness at the back of the throat, and this idea of a higher larynx adds to that brightness. But if you yawn with me, I might have just made you yawn for real, and you feel all of the space open up. The larynx drops down, the back of the throat opens up. You get this very woofy and dark sound to your voice. This is the exact opposite of that brighter nasal sound, although we're not using that term anymore, sounds like. It's the exact opposite of what that is. So the next time that you have too much brightness, too much brattiness, too much tightness in the sound, what I want you to do, give me a little bit of that yawn feel. Instead of ha, we have ha, ha, a touch of a yawn. That's going to balance out your resonance, give you a warmer quality, and overall make the voice feel looser because everything isn't trying to tighten up on you. Play with these ideas. Aim for that twang, aim for that overly nasal resonant type of sound, place the fingers on the nose, and just experience the difference between the two. But now that we broke them apart as concepts, it's going to give you much more understanding and control over your voice overall. If this video helped your singing, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button and sharing it with a singer friend. That would greatly help out the channel. In the comments, let me know if you have any questions at all or recommendations for what you want me to focus on for my next video, and I look forward to seeing you then.